Hello and welcome to the Quiver channel. I am Jason, your host. Well, I've managed to cut down my amount of games on the computer system by, I would say, 83%, which is amazing. So, as these are all games that I use as a coping strategy, I wanted to talk about the different ones and just give you a rundown of the main kinds. So, on here there is some games that I haven't played before and I've bought just in preparation of the day I need them. Having autism with comorbidities in bipolar and ADHD and a triggering PTSD, my coping strategies, a lot of them are all based around technology. But games have always been a primary part. Even when I was 6 or 7 years old, when I first got a handheld console and the first Binatone game for playing the equivalent of Pong on the screen, games made sense to me. Made sense to my brain and just helped bring me peace when the world out there doesn't make sense in any way, shape or form to me. So it's all part of the being a safe space. Even well before I knew that I was autistic, I knew that these things made me happy and gave my brain peace. So they've always been there. So let's start with the VR stuff, because VR is a massive part of my coping strategy as well. Of course, there's Beat Saber. Beat Saber is the only rhythm game I've ever been able to do, and I use it every single day. I spend at least 20 minutes in Beat Saber every single day. For something about that game that allows me to it doesn't matter if I play the same exact song every day. It doesn't matter if I play it on repeat. Something about that rhythm game allows me to do cardio, allows me to get a bit of exercise and generally thinking, and I love it. Nothing's ever come close, because one of the big mistakes a lot of the other games out there do is they throw all the instructions at you right away. They don't slow it down. You've got to do this with this, you've got to do this with it. And by the time they've started doing that, my brain has just been overloaded and can't go back to them. Beat Saber allows me to turn off the arrows, allows me to turn off the walls and the mines if I don't want to use them. If I just want to commit genocide against cubes, I can do that to music that I like. And being in VR, for some reason, I can listen to music without it triggering me. So that's a good one. Now, Blade and Sorcery, I've installed, but I haven't played it for a while. I'm going to mod it, because you can do some wonderful mods with Blade and Sorcery, with lightsabers and everything, can basically cut down enemies and throw lightsabers, and it's a great bit of fun. Then there's Darknet. Darknet is an old game. I've had it in on, oh wow, the first VR system I ever had Darknet on was the Gear VR with a Samsung phone, and it's basically a puzzle game. It's a very good puzzle game. It's a hacking puzzle game, and I love it. Then there's Elder Scrolls Skyrim VR. I'm still tweaking the pack that I use with it, and I may have messed it up when I reinstalled Windows, so I'll have to reinstall it all, but that's another mainstay. There's something about being able to walk around Skyrim and just look up and around in VR. It's amazing. Hello there, Saki. Come here. Saki's. Then we've got Google Earth VR. come here. If you want to love, you're going to come over here. I'm not going to just lean over there and try and do something. So, you're good doggies, both of you. Google Earth VR, an amazing program. I wish Google had kept updating it. I really do. They could have done so much with Google Earth VR, because the idea that I can jump to anywhere in the world that a Google mapping car has been and look around me and explore streets and everything is amazing. Then there's Gorn. If you want visceral, kinetic fighting, Gorn is the one in VR. It's an old one now, but it's fucking gorgeous. You can basically rip people's arms off and hit them with it, pull their faces off. So many different weapons that you can trash things, and it's just a good visceral fun. Half-Life Alyx, one of my favourite actual full game story type thing, and was built custom basically for the Valve Index and the Valve Index controller. It's amazing. I absolutely fucking love that game. Now I have a one of the bHaptic vests that does vibrations and everything, but I refuse to fucking wear that while playing Half-Life, because when the head crabs jump at you in that, it's not a fun thing. Then there's hot dogs, horseshoes and hand grenades, which is wonderful if you like guns. I love guns. I love the mechanics of guns and the ballistics and that, and I love the old Colt 1911. I love the different weapons in games and that. And so having a game like hot dogs, horseshoes and hand grenades, where you can basically grab any weapon, fill it full of ammo, shoot targets, blow things up, great. Then I've got a couple of just tools that I use. OVR Toolkit and Advanced Settings. They're not games within there. Then there's Space Pirates and Zombies 2, which is actually a pretty damn good version, although I prefer the original game. In fact, live on here, I'm actually going to remove that because I haven't played it for a while and I don't need that many in-games on, so I can remove that. Then I've got why you are fit. It's just a thing that logs and keeps an eye on what you're doing in VR and that, and measures how many calories. It's very good actually. Then there's Zachariah Pinball. Now you can play this out of VR, but in VR it's amazing. You can stand with the tables. They're all really well done in VR, and you can play all the old pinball machines. Freaking brilliant. And then there's Zombie Training Simulator, where you shoot cardboard cutouts of zombies and it's fun. So that's the VR ones. I've got VRchat as well, but that's not in the VR section here, it's in my favourite section. So let's go to my reverse bullet hell. Halls of Torment, Hollow Cure, Save the Fans, Karate Survivor, Loop Hero, Peglin, Rogue Genesia, Soulstone Survivors and Vampire Hunters. These are like games that I play for like 5-10 minutes or 30 minutes, and I can pretty much switch my brain off. Most of them I can use with a controller. I rarely use a controller, but I've got my 8-bit 2 controller, so I can just, if I want to distract certain parts of my brains, they're good for that. So those are the reverse hell. Then let's go through my favourites list. Some of these are biggies, like Baldur's Gate 3. I haven't done a full playthrough. I was at early access on Baldur's Gate, and I played it. I think, how many hours did I play it? Nine and a half hours, and it was an early access way before they finished the game. So when I got to the point where the game was over, because they hadn't finished programming the game, I haven't started again and gone through an entire playthrough. So, Cookie Clicker, just because I love that game. It's a wonderful idle game. Cyberpunk 2077, I want to remod that. I want to mod it again and put loads of things. Once they stop updating it so much that I have to change my mod packs, I want to do a mod pack. Doki Doki Literature Club. I want to play through that one. It's been on my to-do list for so fucking long, and it's on there, and it's 1 hour. Gems of War. Gems of War is one of my favourite fighting games where you match duels and fight enemies and that. There's so much to that game. I love it. It's a game that's free to play, and you can spend money. Now, when it comes to free to play games and spending money on them, I don't mind. You see, how many hours have I got in Gems of War? 138 hours in Gems of War. Now, I've got games where I've spent 60, 70, 80 pounds on that game, and I've only had 10 hours in that game. So to me, I am happy, because the good thing about Gems of War is it's very like Warframe. It's a free game, and pretty much everything you want to do, you can do without spending any money. It just takes more effort. So I'm all for that. I'm not for I don't like pay to win, but I'm happy to throw some money at a company that's provided a lot of fun for me. That's personal choice. Goat Simulator 3. I've only just started playing that, and I love it. It's hilarious. Inscription. I want to play through Inscription. I've started it a couple of times, but I want to play through it. Karate Survivor. That's a new bullet health type game, and I need to play quite a bit of that to get enough boost for my character so it will do well. Little Inferno. Absolutely love that game. It's an amazing game. It's so chill and so melancholy and sad. And you just spend your time creating combinations of burning stuff. It's wonderful. Then The Long Dark. I'm partway through a playthrough on that. I'm trying to collect all the bits and pieces to get out a house. They've started work on The Long Dark 2, and I will be getting that as soon as it's available. I love the company that does The Long Dark. How many hours have I got in The Long Dark? 709 hours. Yeah. I've got Marvel's Spider-Man Remastered. I bought it when it was on sale. I want to try that. I haven't actually played it. I haven't played 1 minute of it yet. It's on there because thingy. Oxygen Not Included. That's a good game to grab my brain when I really need to thingy. I love making new places with Oxygen Not Included. Pal World. I love that game. Although, I don't know whether or not I'll be playing it as much as I normally would. So, I'm going to remove Pal World from the list for now. Yeah, let's just uninstall it for now. Because I don't see the point of having some of these games. I've got so many games here still. Even though I've cut my games down from 1,400 to less than 200, I've still got a massive amount. So it always makes me so twitchy to delete games. Like, even as we're here now, I'm still deleting and refining this list. Because I've kept games on my list I've completed because I like them, but it's like, come on, Jason, you've actually completed these games. Play some other games and complete those. Don't go back. This is the problem. Autistic people like the things the way they are. If we like a game, we'll play it 100 times. We'll complete it 100 times. It's like, really need to limit myself on that so I can play. I've got so many games that I could be playing. Good games. It's like there's Siralim Ultimate. Siralim Ultimate. It's an RPG Maker style game. Massive amount of content, and that I want to do a playthrough through that. Stalker 2 Heart of Chernobyl. I've got that. I want to play through that. Star Trek Online. I always love that. I don't know. Do I really want to play Starfield again? I'm not as... Love Skyrim. Love Fallout. All the Fallout games. Love all the Elder Scrolls games. Starfield just really hasn't grabbed me. I did put 70 hours on in it, got quite far through it, and then just I'll leave it on just in case I can get my brain to actually pick up where I left off. Starship Troopers Extermination. I don't know. When it first came out, I absolutely loved that game, Starship Troopers, but they made a few mistakes with it, and the performance of the game got worse as they coded it even more. The performance was a hell of a lot better. I was playing it with my friends. Even though there wasn't as much content, the performance of the game when it first was out, was in early access, was really good. And my friends and me could all play. And then it started to crash. And so, why have I got that still installed? No, don't need that installed, unfortunately. Unpacking is a really chill game where basically you are just putting together rooms and that you're going through the story of a person who's basically growing up and going to college and moving from place to place. And it's just so chill and mellow. Vampire Hunter. Wonderful game, 10-15 minutes, just silly amount of bullets, pew pew pew, fun. So that's the favourites. So we've just dropped down those a few because that's the thing. So now we go to the uncategorised, which contain 94 games. 7 Days to Die, 7 Days to Die, 7 Days to Die. I love that game. I have, how many hours in 7 Days to Die? 652 hours. Something about building the bases and that, really, I love but I can't play the base game anymore. I cannot play the base game anymore. There's a mod pack called Darkness Falls. And it's an amazing mod pack and really hard, but it adds so much to the game that I'm waiting for the mod pack to be ready and stable for the released version of 7 Days to Die, so I can play with my friends on that. I'm looking forward to playing on that. American Truck Simulator. Now, I'm spoilt by this game. Unfortunately, because I've played it in VR. I played it in VR with a wheel, and it's fucking amazing. I'm going to try to play it without a wheel. I'm going to try to play just on main screen, because by the time I've set up the wheel, the problem isn't the setting up the wheel. It isn't setting up everything can play. I can do that. But if I don't continuously play a game for about a month, I can't remember any of the keys. And when you're using a wheel and you've got all those buttons and everything, it's very, very hard to actually get it all to work. And so, how can I put it? How can I put it? I want to play it. I really want to sit down and play it, but I don't know if I can actually spend the time to set up my stuff and actually do it and then remember all the buttons. It's all the buttons that are going to bother me. But I'm going to try. I'm going to try. That's on my to-do list now. Arcade Paradise. It's awesome for creating your own arcade place and everything. BeamNG Drive. Bloons Tower Defense 6. I want to restart playing that. I've got so many hours in Bloons. 350 hours. They've got lots of games on here that I haven't played though. Like The Cabin Factory. Looks like an interesting horror game. Cassette Beasts. Coffee Talk. Coromon, Cosmic Star Heroine, Costume Quest. These are like RPG Maker games. Dab on Darkness and games like that are like 2, 3, 4 hour games, but good for me to play. Doom and Destiny, Dungeon and Betrayal, Duskers, Earth Defense Force 6, Elder Scrolls Special Edition. Yes, I'm putting a mod pack on for the not VR type version as well. So there's a lot of planning going on at the moment in my head to try and get everything to work. Then there's the Evil Within 2. I loved Evil Within 1. I want to try Evil Within 2. Fallout 4, because I'm going to get a mod pack for that. I never play. I'm going to probably install for Fallout 4 the London. Unfortunately I reinstalled my OS a little while ago, and so I'm going to have to reinstall because Fallout London is fucking brilliant. I played a little bit of it and I want to play some more. Firewatch, Forts, Horizon Zero Dawn Complete Edition. I haven't played that yet, but it's on my list. Stuff like Lisa, when the long. Then again, I don't know whether the Long Drive is one that I'll play. I've got so many other things. See, this is me going through with all of you now and just removing even some more of this. Marvel's Midnight Sun. Actually, I really enjoyed that. Now, one game I've got on here that I have played through, but I'm keeping it on here because I always will play through again, is Mass Effect Legendary Edition. I fucking love the Mass Effect games. Mech Warrior 5, Mercenaries, wonderful sandbox mech game. The 3 Monster Prom games, Nexamon Extinction, Nier Automata, Persona 5, and so on. Starcrawlers, Teardown, Ultimate Epic Battle Simulator 2, Totally Accurate Battle Simulator, Warframe, and so on. Now, the thing is, each one of these games means something different to me and scratches a different itch when my brain's in a different kind of thingy. So I've got a few ideas that I'm going through, but going through it again with all of you has made me think, well, do I really actually want that specific game still on my list? Am I going to play it? And while talking to all of you, it's given me the idea I might go through again and remove even more. Because the less games there is installed, the more chance they'll actually focus on a few of them. So, I hope you're all having a wonderful, splendiferous day. I will say bye-bye for now.